it's me again, that one dev who's supposed to review things but does a lot of tutorials and sneak peeks and other stuff way too much. Anyway, as you guys know, or at least most of you I think, I run a small indie studio and I also teach game development here and there, and especially in Unreal Engine. Today I wanted to talk about what a game designer actually is. I happen to have a degree in game design. That's what I went to school for formally, that's what I'm educated in, and that's what I have studied over the course of 20 some odd years. Programming was more something that I just kind of taught myself because it worked with what I needed in order to produce the games I wanted to make. Since then I've created dozens of games, I've been on numerous studios, I've worked with a lot of different people, and it's been quite an interesting journey. So for game design specifically, there's a huge misconception out there that I've seen for many years now about what a game designer is. People seem to think that it means being an idea guy, and spoiler alert, it's not. If you want to work in a team, even a small indie team, you need to understand what actually goes into being a designer. So let's break that down. Part 1. The idea guy myth. Let's get this out of the way. Just having ideas does not make you a game designer. Every gamer has ideas, every developer has ideas, ideas are cheap. The job of a designer isn't just to imagine worlds and mechanics, it's to take raw, chaotic, half-formed ideas and turn them into functional, structured, and testable systems. This means understanding how ideas connect to code, to art, to UX, to UI, and ultimately how they create an experience for the player. Part 2. What a game designer actually does. Here's what a designer really does. System design, crafting the rules, progression, and balance that drive gameplay. Level design, planning spaces, pacing encounters, guiding the player through an experience. Economy design, creating currencies, loot systems, upgrade paths, etc. UX and UI collaboration, working closely with artists and programmers to ensure the design is understandable and accessible. Documentation, creating design docs, flowcharts, behavior trees, and more to communicate clearly with the rest of the team. Iteration and testing, adjusting and refining constantly based on player feedback and technical realities. Designers bridge the gap between the vision and the execution. Part 3. The designer in a team, especially indie. If you're in a small indie team, chances are you're going to wear a lot of hats. You can't just be a silo of ideas. You have to work with your programmers, artists, audio people, etc. Here's what makes a good team-oriented designer. Clear communication. You need to explain your ideas in a way that makes sense to coders, not just gamers. Technical awareness. You don't have to be a programmer, but you do need to understand the logic of how systems are built. Scope control. Understanding what's actually doable and the people and time that you have. Rapid prototyping. Even just basic blockouts in UE5 can go a long way. You should be willing to get your hands dirty. Design for iteration. No system survives first contact with a player. You will need to change things. Part 4. Missteps new designers make. So let's talk about some real-world mistakes I've seen, especially from idea guys trying to lead projects. Overscoping like crazy. It's like GTA meets Elden Ring meets No Man's Sky. Okay, with 2 people and no budget. Sure. Magical thinking. Assuming a mechanic is just easy to code without actually asking a dev. Lack of documentation. If your systems only live in your head, no one can build them for you. And that also connects to designing in isolation. You build a huge document and nobody knows how to implement it. If you want to be a good designer, you need to start by being a good teammate. Part 5. Real steps to becoming a designer. So what should you focus on if you want to be a real game designer? Learn to block out levels. Even if it's gray box, learn to prototype your ideas in engine. Use tools like Miro, Azure DevOps, Trello. Organize and communicate your ideas visually. Read design books. Rules of Play is a great one. Level Up is another good one. The Art of Game Design is a classic. Watch tutorials, learn, teach yourself. Don't just assume you know what's going on. And play critically. That means playing a game with the intention of learning things about it, either what you like, what you don't like, what you would want to borrow, why people like something or don't like something. This will teach you a ton. Ask why games do what they do, not just what they do. Understand programming logic. You don't need to master C++, but you must understand conditions, loops, logic gates, etc. Collaborate. Work on game jams, small prototypes, anything that forces you to communicate your ideas with others, and learn to work within a team. Finally, being a game designer isn't about being the visionary that everyone builds around. You're not some head honcho boss, you're not a king, and if you try to act that way, and you try to treat everybody on your team like they're just your minions to get your end goal, you're gonna end up sitting in a throne in an empty castle. It's about being the person who connects vision to execution and who bridges creativity with systems, ideas, and reality. It's the person who makes everybody on the team feel cohesive and like they have a game plan and they know where they're going, what to do, and they know that you understand those things too. If you can learn to do that, and stay humble, stay curious, stay collaborative, then yeah, you can be a real game designer. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you learned something, give the video a like and subscribe. If you want more game dev content, let me know what you're interested in. Join our Discord, hang out, whatever, float your boat. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.